The deputies shot 71 times in
Woo! Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sam B right here with the Tune Up Show. So check it out, right? We've all been hearing a lot about exactly what's going on. What you heard in the beginning, that was a police raid thing. I figured I spice it up for y'all a little bit. But here's what's really on my mind. Been hearing a lot about this guy. What's his name? AHMir Locke. Follow a few people on YouTube, and real bad situation. The guy was laying down. Apparently, he wasn't the intended person the cops were looking for. So, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to look right into this, because there's a lot of speculation behind this whole thing. We all know Black Lives Matter is under heavy fire from all the discrepancies they've been dealing with and all the fraudulent activity that surrounds the whole Black Lives Matter thing. The Democrats, they're pretty much fighting a losing battle. They're not even a year of, they're literally a year in to this, and already people just want the Democrats to go away. So I don't know. There's a lot of speculation, but we're going to get right into this. We're going to go right to the camera footage from the actual scene. So let's pick this apart. Let's do this. All right, we're going to do this because we're going to get into this. This is the Tune Up Show.
Well, Julie and Randy, the city of Minneapolis only released 55 seconds of video tonight from one body camera, so there's still a lot of questions about the incident itself and the nature of the search warrant. And ultimately, the county attorney is going to be the one that must decide if the shooting was justified. Early Wednesday morning, MPD's SWAT team prepared to enter the Bolero Flats apartments downtown on a high-risk warrant entry to help St. Paul police with a homicide investigation. Interim Chief Amelia Huffman says officers had obtained both a no-knock and knock warrant, but instead of breaking down the door, they decided to use a key.
Now, that right there, that's definitely up for speculation. I mean, they obviously could have got the landlord to give him a spare key. You know, so right there, I mean, cops, they don't, I mean, look, I grew up in a neighborhood where there was a whole crap load of police raids. Okay, I'm from North Philly. And anybody that's from North Philly or West Philly, you know, you ain't, if you know the cops are there for you, you know it, because you the one coming out of handcuffs or you coming out in a body bag. 9 times out of 10, you know why the cops are there. The media, everybody else can try to play it up to be whatever they want to play it up to be. But look, let's be honest here. If you're a criminal, you're doing criminal activity, yeah, you know why the cops are there. So let's keep it real. But this key thing, that's up for speculation.
Officers announced they had a warrant. Within seconds, the video appears to show 22-year-old AHMir Locke on a couch under a blanket with a gun. Interim Chief Huffman assessed that Officer Mark Hanneman was, quote, just outside the frame in the direction that barrel is emerging. This is the moment when police say Hanneman fired at least 3 shots, killing Locke.
Things happen so quickly.
Mylan Masson is the retired training director for Minnesota's...
Was that his fingernail? Am I looking at this right? Is that his fingernail or a finger? He got a long finger. That finger's all the way up to the barrel. I mean, I guess, but maybe I'm just, all right, I'm looking at the wrong things. All right.
Mylon Masson is the retired training director.
This happened so quickly.
Mylon Masson is the retired training director for Minnesota's law enforcement program. How are SWAT teams trained to enter in those situations?
Well, there's been some changes over the year that they never used to have to announce themselves. Announcing the police over and over again. That's very, very helpful.
It's not clear if Locke was awake when SWAT entered. According to MPD, he was not named in the search warrant, and police haven't said whether he's connected to the St. Paul homicide investigation. How do police train for situations where they know there may be people that aren't involved in that residence?
Okay, there you go right there. Let's pick this apart right now. So, what we know, Locke not named in search warrant, unclear if Locke is connected to the St. Paul homicide investigation. Right. So as you can see, they try to breeze past that, right? Let's basically let's get to the meat, right? We don't want to hear all this unclear or not or whatever. Let's see what happens, because Black Lives Matter needs to win.
How do police train for situations where they know there may be people that aren't involved in that residence?
That's why they send so many people in, is so that they can keep track of everybody. They want to split it up so that I take the person on the couch, this person takes the one in the kitchen.
But it's also not clear yet who or what the police were searching for.
So we just have to wait and see. We have to wait for all of the evidence to come in, the totality of the evidence.
There are also still a lot of questions tonight about the ongoing St. Paul police homicide investigation that prompted this search warrant. St. Paul police have told us that it's common to request help from other agencies on search warrants, but they haven't told us yet which case this is connected to. Back to you.
Thank you, Danny. Devon Roming spoke to community activists and leaders who saw the video first, and he's here with their reaction tonight. Devon?
Well, Julie, those who called for the body cam video to be released got what they wanted today, but after seeing it, local community leaders and activists I spoke with have conflicted feelings about what it shows. The decision to release the body camera footage from Wednesday morning's deadly police shooting is stirring up mixed emotions among community leaders.
It's a lose-lose, however we look at it, man. But another young brother lost his life.
It was sad, but...
And really, that's really what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, someone had to lose their life. Did they have to lose their life? No. You know, I mean, look, I've been stuck up a few times, but I've never been in a situation where, you know, I've never been in a home invasion situation. So if I was sleeping, it looked like he may have just been chilling because he got up pretty fast. And here's the thing. So the thing about it is, like, the whole thing is real speculative, because normal people don't necessarily lay down where their gun is. I carry myself. So it's either on my hip in a holster or it's within arm's length. No one's expecting a home invasion. No average person is expecting cops to just barge in, because you didn't do anything. You haven't done anything illegally. So the fact that he either grabs his gun or he has his gun already in his hand, to me, that's just a bit fishy. The whole thing just looks and sounds fishy. And honestly, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up the possibility that this whole thing may have been staged. Now, not saying that this wasn't a real death or not. I'm pretty sure this was a real death. I'm pretty sure AHMir Locke died that day. Okay? But as far as Democrats are concerned, as far as Black Lives Matter are concerned, this could have been set up. This accidental shooting on this particular person could have been set up. Because let me tell you something. There's not anything this government or police forces don't know about anybody that they don't already know. They know who was there, when they're there. If they got eyes on a house, believe me, they know every time a mouse comes in and out of that house. Okay? They know every time a door swings open, they knew who was there. Now, for police to do a unjust shooting of a person that may or may not have been connected to a case, to an open investigation, then that falls on the DA. That falls on the judicial system. Okay? Now, whether or not these cops were in on it or not, I don't know. I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer. But for what it looks like to me, it seems very, 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 very fishy.
They followed that procedure from what I've seen.
The video's release came after mounting pressure from lawmakers and activists demanding transparency from the police department.
My initial priority, like Mayor Fry's, was for the parents of this young man to be able to see this video before it was released to the public.
In a news conference Thursday evening, Interim Police Chief Amelia Huffman said that did happen with AHMir Locke's family viewing the video Thursday afternoon. But still skeptical about how this all played out is local activist Nakima Levy-Armstrong.
This is what I would call the anatomy of a cover-up.
Who the mayor recently appointed co-chair of the city's safety work group.
You knew that I was not going to stand for police violence and a push for accountability, yet you asked me to be a part of the work group. And I knew what I thought I was signing up for. This isn't what I signed up for.
With tensions high and emotional wounds.
Honestly, that whole thing looks like a scene from off of Jerry Springer. Look, one thing you're going to know about me is this. I'm not one to be emotionally moved. I don't care about tears. I don't care about any of that. Let's see the facts. Okay? Fact 1. Somebody was shot dead by cops. Fact 2. The person that was shot dead, name was not on the search warrant. Fact 3, the cops were somewhere they probably wasn't supposed to be. Fact 4, Black Lives Matter activists hopped all over it. So what's up? What are we getting into? Let's see the end of this.
Reopened, many in the community are once again trying to come to terms with questions that remain unanswered.
How is walking out of a press conference transparency? You are a murderer!
You know, for whatever reason the police officers was there, whatever reason that may be, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, it's another life that's lost. Period.
Yeah, emotions were indeed high. Now, we are expecting to hear from AHMir Locke's family tomorrow morning for the first time since the incident. They'll be joined by civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Jeff Storms. Of course, we'll be sure to stream that on all of our social platforms starting at 11. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Devon. And stay with KARE 11 as this
Frame in the direction that barrel
goes first, and he's here with their reaction to.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say, like I said, look, this whole thing it looks really fishy. Now, if this does turn out that the cops, they were just in what they did, then this can mean a lot for, I think, Carleon Noir. He posted something on this. Hopefully he lets me play his video, because he actually put it to a pretty good perspective of what this could mean.
So this happened a few days ago.
Minnesota, we are breaking
gun owners. In the video, I talked about my trying to kill me part of my brain. I can hear some people making the argument that you won't have to worry about cops executing a no-knock warrant on your home if you're not a criminal. And there's merit to that. But the problem is, sometimes cops execute no-knock warrants on the wrong house. But they're not.
Aurora Charles, whose brother died when HPD served a warrant looking for someone else 6 years ago, wanted to know when and how things will get better.
All I want is the law to change. You cannot go by the word of an informant. You've got to do some more investigation. That's all I have.
Prince George's County Police saying today that the man who shot 2 of their officers last night will not be facing any criminal charges at all. It's because police should never have been at his home to begin with.
They went in like they knew where they were going.
Victor Harrison watched as several officers approached his neighbor's apartment on Loring Drive on Wednesday night around 10 p.m. Moments later, his neighbor fired a shot, injuring 2 officers.
The investigation led us to the wrong address.
Chief Hank Stawinski says that man will not face charges for opening fire on those officers who went into the apartment with a search warrant after knocking.
And kudos to Call Out Noir, because let me tell you something. That this particular video, that is a very buried video. Because I mean, he is a lawyer, so I'm pretty sure he knows how to search for things as well. But yeah, kudos to him for looking at this, because there have been multiple cases all across the nation where cops have been shot because they broke in the wrong door, and the person got off with no charges. Not even got off. It's just, you're in my house. I don't know you. I don't know what you came to do. So you gonna eat some of this stuff. That's why being a cop is very dangerous.
I believe he fired that weapon because he felt he was defending himself and his daughter.
One Tennessee family was shocked when SWAT team officers kicked down their door and threw a flashbang grenade inside, and it was all a mistake.
Yeah, officials were actually looking for the house next door. As Amber Worthy reports, the father is calling them out on the air.
There's kids' toys all over the place. They probably had to step over kids' toys, and they still threw 3 different flashbangs. One hit my son's room, one hit me.
The DEA is apologizing for bursting into the Rink family home with the Bradley County SWAT team, only later finding out that it was the wrong home.
I think somebody's breaking in my house. I go get my gun, trying to protect my family, like what the dad would do.
The father of 4 says just before 6 a.m. with his gun drawn, he feared for his life when he saw police instead of the intruder that he was anticipating.
Serving any type of warrant is dangerous. I just think no-knock warrants are unnecessarily dangerous, and not just dangerous for the citizens, but also for the police. It puts both parties in a very shitty situation, especially if it's the wrong house, or if, as is the case here, the person wasn't even the suspect. They weren't even named on the warrant. Now both parties are forced to make decisions they don't want to have to make. The police don't want to die, so if the no-knock warrant at a house and the homeowner is startled and confused but has a gun and starts shooting at them because they think it's a home invasion, now the cops have to shoot back trying to kill the homeowner because they're trying to protect themselves also. At the very least, we need to reevaluate the way no-knock warrants are executed in a country with the highest percentage of civilian gun ownership in the world, in a country where many of the states have a castle doctrine. Guns aren't political.
Well, and that's really what it's all about. That's what it's all about, guys. And it's very mixed feelings. Me personally, look, man, I'm not giving anybody a chance to get the jump on me. All right. So knock warrants, no knock warrants. Yeah, I am. I mean, a lot of people go say, well, you only saying that because it ain't never happened to you and blah, 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 blah. I said, well, look, here's the thing. No knock warrants. Okay. This isn't a movie. All right. This isn't Hollywood. All right. No one's going to sit here outside with a bullhorn talking about, this is the police. Come out with your hands held high in the sky. Come quietly. Or, some RoboCop BS. Come quietly or there will be trouble. Like, no, get the hell out of my face. All right? These people, there's criminals out here that can give a crap less about you, your family, anybody that's coming through that door. These criminals, they know what they're doing. Okay? So I don't give a crap what anybody says. Yes, I am for no-knock warrants because I'm not giving anybody a chance to get the drop on me. All right? That's how that goes. But you better have your stuff in line. You better be crossing your I's, dotting your T's, because I guarantee you this, if you come in my house and you in the wrong place at the wrong time, believe me, you will regret it in this life or the next. I'm Sam B. That's the Tune Up Show. I'm out of here. Peace.